So it's really important, as an independent officer of the legislature, working with various ministries in the OPS to improve the overall experience of electors when they come to vote is critical. So we work with Ministry of Transportation, we work with Ministry of Health, the Ontario Registrar General. We receive all of their data to ensure that our voters list is as up to date as possible, so when an election is called, we ensure that we can send that card directly to the elector and then they can make an informed choice on how and when they wish to vote. So that integration, that working with all the various ministries, the sharing of data back and forth is ultimately critical and really enhances the lives of Ontarians by the ability for us to do that. Well, obviously, securing the data is of the highest importance to us at Elections Ontario. So we work very closely with like CSE and many of the federal partners, as well as our own provincial security agencies. We do multiple rounds of testing and cyber testing to ensure all of the data that we have is protected, because it is all data on citizens and where they reside, etc. So we want to make sure that we take the highest areas of precaution and make sure that data is secure and is used in the appropriate format come election time. I think it's really important for public sector agencies that when they start thinking about innovation, that we use a process at Elections Ontario called RESP. And I think it's important that you do that. You need to spend some considerable time doing some research, understanding why you're innovating, what the modernization initiative is that you're putting in place, and how that's going to impact all of your stakeholder community. You need to educate. You need to educate people on what changes you're making, how it's going to improve their life, how they're going to be able to access it, where they're accessing it, how, when, what. And you need to simulate. Large government agencies need to simulate, and it's not for the public, it's for you internally. If you're going to make an innovative change or you're going to modernize in some aspect, you need to simulate internally. Do you have the right infrastructure? Do you have the right support mechanisms? And then finally, you need to pilot. Piloting is critical. You need to test it, you need to learn from those tests, and then finally roll it out. But then at that point, you're assured that you're meeting all of your strategic objectives, and it's actually going to benefit the desired group that you've put this in place for. Well, we're looking now into the digital arena. Last election in 2022, we piloted a digital app for electors. Very, very well received. We're going to enhance that and look at other capabilities within that digital arena. Can we provide the accessibility of the community to be able to use that digital app to read their ballot, etc. So we're looking at all of the stakeholder groups and ensuring that as we move into that next stage, the digitization of the electoral business, how that can impact and help people. Being at today's session is really helpful. It gives me the opportunity as Chief Electoral Officer to network with colleagues across the OPS, learn from them, and also understand how we are moving the electoral process forward here in Ontario.
Awesome.
I think it's really important. Public sector, I've been a public sector bureaucrat for 38 years. I believe it is probably the most relevant way that we can engage with our citizens and ensure that their lives are enhanced and made better by the work that we collectively do. So I've been very impressed today with the comments from the Secretary of Cabinet and the Minister. They certainly recognize the value of the work that we all do, and we have a great opportunity to continue to enhance the lives of all citizens here in Ontario.